Hi and welcome back. This video will be about the elements. We have the four usual water, fire, air, and earth. And today I will also talk about ether, which is one of the fifth. There are different theories about that, as about everything. But this is what I will be talking about today. I see the elements as building blocks in life, and it's very important that we get a balance between the elements in our life, and that we can choose which element we want to use in a certain situation, and how we can mix them and make sure that one is not destroying for the other, instead helping the other element to work. So first I will start to just explain them, and you can see them in the thumbnail if you want to have a look at them. First we have ether, and it's the highest one above. It's about visions, it's about spirituality. I put it in the color of purple because that's, for me, is a spiritual color. And it's important that we have the connection with something higher, something spiritual, to whatever we want to do. It's good if we have some kind of higher vision. And from this higher vision, we go one step down to the mind, which is the element fire. And from this vision up here, we take this vision and we make it into an idea in my head. I start to think about it, I start to plan it, organize it, and get more specific how to put this like bigger vision into more details, and to analyze it and to really get it into the mind. And when we have this idea clear in the mind, the next step is to go to water, to emotions, to start to get the feeling of it, that we can almost touch it, we can feel it, we can feel the sensation that we would have when this vision is here. What is the emotions that I want to have? And here is also about beauty and playfulness, to have fun and make this like very beautiful. It's very much about the heart chakra. And from there we get down to fire, the fire element, which is action and passion. So from the vision to the idea to the feeling, and then we get down to action. And now things starts to happen. We start to get energy into it. If we have a project, we hire people, or some passionate action. That is the really fiery element. And then we come down to the earth element, and it's the physical, where we manifest, where when this vision, it's really alchemy, it comes from the vision, and now we get down to manifest it, to make this vision physical, so we can really touch it. So if it's a house, for example, first we have this vision, I want to have a beautiful house, that is my dream, I want a garden, and then it comes down to the mind, and we start to plan it in detail. I want this house, I want bricks, I want this big, I want here or there. So we start to make the plans. And then we start to get the emotions about it. We get like passionate, and we really want to make this beautiful. We come down to the details, the roses in the garden, and the terrace where we can have nice barbecues, and we can really imagine what it would feel like when we can sit there and enjoy this place. We will have so much fun and beauty there. And then it comes down to fire, because we need some action. If it stays here, we will never have this house happening. So, and fire is start to do stuff, to call the builder, to check out what paperwork I need to file in. I start to really get action, doing stuff. And I need to put a lot of energy in here, a lot of fire. And then finally, this come down to earth. It will be physical. It manifests. I will have my house there. And then I have been going through all those elements to really do the alchemy process from vision to reality. And this is what I call that we can make gold out of thin air, more or less. And this is the whole creation process, how we create stuff. If we look at this in a bigger organization, business organization or something like that, very often we have people in high places, and they think, they plan. Sometimes they have a good vision, or sometimes they pretend they have a good vision. Sometimes, yeah. And then they start to work. They have a lot of meetings. They're sitting there thinking, planning. And then they say, "Oh, very good ideas." And then they send out information to all the people working in this company. And they say, we will do a reform, we will change this, we will change that. And the problem is that if they don't get it like in first, they need to have the idea in the mind of the people working there, so that they can understand the vision. If they don't understand the vision, the point of it, what's the meaning with this, they will not have the people participating in creating this idea that they have. And if they manage to do that, then the next step is to have the people working there getting emotionally involved in this, so they can feel it, and they love it, and they can see the beauty of it. They get this playful feeling of, yeah, I want to do it. And if they manage to get to their emotions, they need to get to their fire element. So the people start to put some energy into this. Because if we don't have any action, passion, energy, fire, nothing will ever happen. And this is the way we have to go through the organization to have something happening on the floor level, and to really have this change going through the whole company. And very often this stays up here because they never manage to get all this really into the people's body, mind, heart, so that is really manifesting on the floor level, so to say. This is, of course, the same thing in your life. First, you need to even have a vision. And very many people, they don't even know vision. What do I want? They don't even think about it. So first, you need to start to see what vision is possible. What visions could I maybe want to put into my life. And when you start to have this, and a vision can be like a little bit like you don't need details. You can have like I want a better world, or I want a better life, or I want more love on earth. I want peace on earth. So the vision can be very big. And from there, you need to narrow it a little bit more into details in your head, so you can say, okay, I would love a more peaceful world. So what can I do? What is my idea? How can I come up with a solution that we can, even if I can't fix the whole thing, at least I can put it down to one project which I can start working on. And very often we stop there. We have a lot of ideas spinning around and we never get anywhere. And then we really need to start to have the water element included in the process, so that we start to really have the feeling of what would it be like. Try to imagine. Imagination is also from here. A lot of love. Here's also a lot of female energy, like caring, nurturing, and we need to get our idea down to the heart center, so that we can really start to create it from the heart space. Because if we stop it here, it will never go any further down. And after that, when we have this strong feeling for it, we need to put the fire element into it. Get some fire so we can get things going. And then finally we will manifest it. So as you see, it's important that we can have all the elements working. And if we miss some of them, and we are all very, very different, and we have different skills. For example, if you look into astrology is also built very much about the elements. And if you look at your birth chart, you can see if you have a lot of fire, if you have a lot of air, if you have a lot of earth or water, if you have balance between it, if you have a lot of one of the elements, you really need to work on your personality to get balance between them all. If you have uh, a lot of earth, maybe it sounds good because then you can manifest whatever. But if you are too much stuck in the mud, your feet growing roots, you will not have the fire energy to move. You will not have the water energy to get some passion, emotion, like feelings for doing it. And if you don't have any air, you will not have here's also movement and thinking, so that you can really get things to happen. So only earth, then it will be too slow and too grounded. If you have too much water, emotions, you will be very sensitive, emotional, and maybe you go up and down, like crying and laughing, uh, for water, you need to have the earth element to be the structure to contain the emotions. The earth element is also containing the fire. If you want to make a fire in your house, you do it in maybe an iron construction or a stone construction. You don't just lit the fire in the house without something to contain it, to stop it, to control it. So if you have a lot of fire and no earth, the fire can be destructive. If you have too much in your head and nothing to anchor this energy, maybe you will be too serious and you will just think and you will making plans and you will be stressed, and then you have a new plan and everything is in your head, and you forget to enjoy life, to have fun, to laugh, to be emotional, to love. and everything is up here, and you will never manifest it because it's just running around in your head. So to be aware of what energy is easy for you. Are you more of a in the head person? Are you more the emo person? Do you have a good balance? Maybe it could be like at work, you use your brain a lot, and maybe when you get home, you can be more emotional or the opposite. And so, like always, it's about getting aware and detect any unbalances to discover if there is an element that is stronger in me. And in different situations, you need to use the element different. For example, if I have a person treating me bad, taking advantage of me, then I need the fire element to say no, to say stop, to put a little bit of aggression into it, like I really, the power, the passion, I really mean it. Enough is enough. So then I need to be able to use the fire element and control it, because if I go totally into flames, the situation will be awkward, and maybe the message doesn't come through in a good way, and the other person will say, oh, this, you're crazy, don't listen to her. If I can control the fire and really use it and say no, I had enough, and I can use it in a good way, together with my mind, with my emotions, and with the earth element, if I have balance, then I can put this limit out in a nice way. If I just do it from the heart, then it can also be a little bit odd sometimes. And if I just do it from, I have been thinking about this, and I really think that this is the time for you to stop doing this to me. Then it's not really from the whole body; it's just from here. And it can also sound a little bit. It's up to you to decide. But what I want to get to is like you have to be aware. The more aware you are, then you can practice and you can try to develop the skills that is not in balance, and you can gain more experience. You can put yourself in situations and see, can I use this element here, can I use the element there, try to play with the elements. I used to go to the beach. I'm fortunate, so I have the beach close, and there I used to go and do this element meditation, because there you have the sun, the fire element, always a little bit of wind, so you have the air element, the sand, which of course is the earth, and the water. And to do a little bit of meditation so that you can get like in harmony with all the elements inside of yourself, and just try to listen to the wind and see what the wind is doing with you. Listen to the waves and just feel the element of the water. Feel the ground, feel grounded, feel rooted, safe, embraced from Mother Earth, and take the sunshine like this energy, let it fill you up. So you can do meditations to really get into the elements and try to balance the elements within you. This was a little bit about the elements to start with, and this will definitely be more about this. And I have to mention, in the tarot cards as well, the 4 elements are represented. So they are, you can find them a little bit everywhere. As always, looking forward to some comments, and I'm interested to see if you can find out in yourself. Maybe you have been looking into this before. Please tell me about it. And I will leave you with this and hope to see you very soon again. Bye bye.